Hey you guys, be sure to check out my Teespring store for some really cool yet affordable gear. You know, we got some really dope designs on there. I really like the Running Wolf t-shirt. That's a cool one. You know, we even got some mugs and stuff up on there, you guys. So definitely give it a a look around, and I think you'll be pleased with what you see. We got more designs to come. So let's get into the video, shall we? Hey, what's up you guys? This is Giorgio, your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, and I am back with another ASMR video just for you guys. And today or tonight, whenever you may be reading this on this wonderful Christmas Eve / Christmas Day, this is a book called the Berenstain Bears Merry Christmas. And I'm telling you guys, I am such a big fan of the Berenstain Bears. They have really great classic stories. They're more like short stories. You know, the books aren't too long, and that's cool because, you know, and they have really great art in there and everything. And you know, and I figured, hey, why not read it to you guys? And so what I'm gonna do for this video is I'm not necessarily going to be doing any whispering because some people may not like that. So I'm going to use more of a soft-spoken voice and just enjoy the book with you guys. Now, I won't be able to show you any of the pages because, hell, I do not want to get any copyright strikes. It's hard enough as it is for a small YouTuber. But I just want to say thank you all so much for just hanging in there with me. Those of you who've been very loyal to the channel and commenting and watching all of the videos, it means so much to me because it's really difficult trying to, you know, get my stuff out here and everything. So I'm doing the best I can. I'm a one-man show. I do everything on this channel myself, and I couldn't grow without you all. So I hope you all get nice and comfy and get you some hot cocoa or some warm tea, some eggnog, some cognac, whatever you like. Let's get into the video, you guys. Let's go. Alright, the Berenstain Bears Merry Christmas. And is written by Stan and Jen Berenstain. And I don't know if you guys can hear the page turning sounds. If you can't, oh well. Anyways, I would say, alright, so the first short story is called The Mad Toy Craze. When little bears want the same toys as their friends, they may hook into a craze that never ends. And they have like elephant pictures and stuff, I think. Alright. It was a calm and peaceful afternoon in Bear Country. It was calm and peaceful outside the Bear family's treehouse, where the tulips were blooming and the grass was growing. It was calm and peaceful inside the treehouse, where Papa Bear was reading the afternoon paper and Mama Bear was checking out the TV schedule. Wow, so there's a bear country and they got TVs. Now that's interesting. But it was all over for peace and calm when brother and sister came tearing home, my bad. They rushed up the front steps and burst into the living room all excited and so out of breath they could hardly talk. Papa, Mama, they gasped. We need it. We gotta have it. We absolutely gotta. Now, hold on, hold everything, said Papa. Just calm down and tell me, what is it that you need and absolutely gotta have? In advance, sputtered brother. That's right, gasped sister. An advance on our allowance. And if we don't get it, Herb's hobby shop is gonna run out. Going to run out of what? Asked Papa. Why, berry bubbles. Of course, said Sister. And what, may I ask, are bony berries? Bobby boobies. What? I swear it sounds like boobies, but it's like boob. Never mind. You guys get it. Bobby boobies. Okay. So, anyways, back to the story. Whatever that was you said. Ask Papa. Berry boobies, Papa, said Brother. They're terrific. They're great. They're fabulous. And they're cute and adorable, said Sister. And each one is different and each one has his own name. Cousin Fred already has 6 of them, said Brother. Lizzie has 8 and Queenie has 10, said Sister. Well, said Papa, reaching for his wallet and taking out some money. Fair be it from me to deprive my cubs of booby berries. The money and the cubs disappeared so fast you would thought it was a magic act. Well, said a bewildered Papa, what do you suppose that was about? Come to think of it, said Mama, I did see a sign on Herb's hobby shop's window. It said, we have berry boobies. I didn't think much about it, but I suppose what the cubs are talking about. Talking about is putting it mildly, said Papa. They were flipping out about it. They were through the roof about it. He sighed. It's just amazing to me, he said as he went back to his paper, how otherwise sensible cubs can be pulled into any silly thing that comes along. I suppose, said Mama as she went back to the TV schedule. And I hope I don't get this demonetized saying boobies a lot in this audio. Okay. The cubs ran all the way to Herb's hobby shop, holding their precious berry bubby money in their hot little hands. And lucky cubs that they were, and they got in there in time to buy the last 3 berry boobies in the store. When do you expect more? Asked Brother. I can't say, said Herb. I can't even get them on the phone. It's busy 24 hours a day. Though it was true that Cousin Fred had 6, Lizzie had 8, and Queenie had 10 berry boobies, while Brother and Sister only had 3, and the ones they had were really cute. Each one was different from the other, and each one had its own very name. Back home, Sister said, we'd like to introduce our berry bubbies. This one is named Ziggy Zippo. This one is named Dimple Darling. And this one is named Harry, said Brother. Said Papa as they all sat down to dinner. They are kind of cute, said Mama. The next day, the cubs came to Papa with a proposition. We won't ask for any more advances on our allowance if you'll hire us to do chores, said Brother. What are you going to do with the money you earn? Asked Papa. Buy more berry boobies, of course, said Sister. But, said Herb's hobby shop is out of them and can't get more, said Papa. That's right, said Brother. But Lizzie has 2 of a kind, and she's willing to sell 1 for $5. So does Queenie, said Sister. Only she wants $7. Hey, said Papa, I thought they were just $2.95 at Herb's Hobby Shop. That's right, said Sister. Only Herb's is all out. Said Papa. Buying and selling berry boobies is the beginning to sound like a pretty good business. Speaking of business, said Mama, here's a piece in the paper about a fellow who bought a whole bunch of berry boobies before they became popular. It says here that he just sold his entire collection for a fortune. Let me see that, says Papa, snatching the paper. Papa, said Brother, about those chores. For the next couple of days, Brother and Sister pulled weeds, sorted trash, and cleaned out the cobwebs like there was no tomorrow. Of course, they were more tomorrows, lots of them, and Brother and Sister was determined to spend them figuring out ways to get more berry boobies. And I tell you guys, those things, they literally look like elephants. They're like little stuffed toy elephants. That's pretty much what they look like, and they're really small. Just to give you a visual of what the elephants, or what the berry boobies look like. Okay, just listen to this, said Papa, reading from a Berry Boobies magazine he had found at the supermarket. A rare berry boobie was sold in Bearville for hundreds of dollars. Did you hear that? Hundreds of dollars! That's when Brother and Sister burst into the berry boobies they had bought with their chore money. Papa, cried Brother, we heard a rumor that the Toys is Us store in the Big Bear City just got a shipment of berry boobies. A huge shipment, cried Sister. Jump in the car, cried Papa. But Big Bear City is 20 miles away, said Mama, following them out the door. By the time Mama finished her sentence, Papa and the cubs were out in a cloud of dust. Look, a sky rider, cried Sister as they roared along the road to the Big Bear City. What does it say? Asked Papa. It says, berry boobies forever, said Brother. We better hurry, cried Papa, flooring the gas pedal, or Toys is Us might run out. The rumor about Toys is Us turned out to be true. A huge banner said, we have berry boobies for $5. And it looked like a big berry boobie party. Only it was more like a big aggravation. The line wound around the store. Babies were crying, and two daddies got into a shoving match about a place in line and had to be taken away by the police. But the cubs got their berry boobies, in fact, and they headed home up their necks in them. Of course not. Not many things are forever, and berry boobies certainly weren't. Pretty soon, berry boobies was everywhere. They came in crinkly, crumbled cereal boxes. You can get them at the gas station with a fill-up. You can get them with a crazy meal at the Burger Bear. After a while, just about everybody in Bear Country had so many berry boobies that they didn't know what to do with them. So they got a Burger Bear hamburger joint. Ain't that something? Oh, and actually, these berry boobies, they come in, they're like frogs, ducks. So they're basically animals. They're like miniature stuffed animals. That's really what they are. I thought it was just elephants, but then as you go through the pages, it's like many little animal, stuffed animals, which is really cool. There wasn't much you could do with them in the first place. You couldn't play dolly with them the way you could with a good doll. And you couldn't play choo-choo with them the way you could with a toy train. And you couldn't play baseball with them the way you could with a bat and ball. All you could do was look at them, except they had a way of looking back at you and making you think about all the money you had spent on them. The only thing you could really do with them was brag about how many you had. I have 24 berry boobies. I have 32 berry boobies. I have 48 berry boobies. And I have 94 berry boobies. And no matter how many you had, there was always somebody who had more. I have 4,202. Now, what do you suppose that was all about? I don't really know. So the moral of that little short story is sometimes the things that you want to go through all this trouble to get are sometimes not worth it, you know? And they're not worth sacrificing every little last dime that you have to get it. Because once you finally get it, you find out that it's not what you thought it was. So, you know, just because everybody else, you see something that everybody else had, doesn't mean that is the right thing for you. That is what I took away from that particular part of the story. What about you guys? And here's the last short story in this Merry Christmas Berenstain Bears book. And it's called Meet Santa Bear. The special music's in the air and Santa's all at the mall. What did the little bears make of it all? Oh, that rhymed. It was just 2 days after Thanksgiving, and the sights and the sounds of Christmas could be seen and heard all over Bear Country. It seems to me, said Mama Bear as the Bear family arrived at the Bear Country Mall, that the Christmas season starts early every year. Yes, isn't it great? Said Papa Bear, admiring the mall decorations. I'm not so sure, sighed Mom. I'm concerned about Brother and Sister Bear. Too much excitement isn't good for cubs. No need to be concerned, said Papa. Brother and sister are good little cubs, and I'm sure they'll be calm and sensible about the whole thing. But if Papa had looked at brother and sister at that moment, he wouldn't have been so sure. They were passing the big new toy store, and brother and sister didn't look the least bit calm and sensible. They just come from watching Saturday morning television, and there have been lots of commercials for the new Christmas toys. Sister had wanted them all. A bear hug teddy, which hugged you back when you squeezed it, a ride-on pink pony, a clown-faced mobile kit, and giggly goo, a strange substance that you could make into all sorts of funny shapes. And there have been some things that excited brother too. Especially a remote control robot that could stand on its head and a dinosaur molding kit. They were right in the toy store window, plus lots more. Sister was so excited she was practically jumping up and down. And when brother read a sign saying Santa Bear was coming to the mall to meet all of his cub friends, she got even more excited. Santa Bear, she cried. Oh, Mama, may I come meet Santa Bear? Please, may I? Please. And good time, said Mama, sighing again. Calm and sensible, eh? She said, looking at Papa. Sister Bear could hardly wait to see her Christmas list. She needed a little help from Brother with the hard words, but she didn't need any help thinking of things she wanted for Christmas. Dear Santa Bear, this is my Christmas list. Bear Hug Teddy, Happy Pink Pony, Clown Scratch Out Mobile, Giggly Goo, a red ball, bubble pipe, gumball machine, a dollhouse furniture, and new doll clothes. And there was a whole bunch more stuff on that list. That list literally ran down the whole hallway, you guys. And over the next few days, the sights and sounds of Christmas became stronger and stronger, and Sister's list grew longer and longer. And after a while, it looked like this, like I just described. And I'm telling you guys, this girl's list literally goes to the next page. And it says, warm big brother, if your list is too long, Santa Bear might think you're greedy and not bring you anything, said Brother Bear. Sister hadn't thought of that. Santa Bear has a lot of cubs besides you to think about. All the cubs in the world. She hadn't thought of that either. As she looked at her long list, she began to get a little nervous. Have you ever met Santa Bear? She asked Brother. Sure, answered Brother, who was finishing up his list, which was very short. A couple of years ago, he asked if I'd been good, and then I told him what I wanted for Christmas and gave him my list. And that was that. It was fun. Dear Santa Bear, for Christmas, I would like a robot that can stand on its head and a dinosaur molding set, and some surprises. Thank you, Brother Bear. And I ask you all who are listening to this, was your Christmas list always long as a kid? Because I know mine was. I'm the only child, so I had a long list. But if my parents couldn't afford some things on there, I would gladly cross them out. And then as I gotten older, my Christmas list got shorter and shorter because I started giving people stuff. I started wanting to give other people stuff for Christmas with my own money. So and that happens when you get older. But yeah, I would like to know how long your Christmas list was. Now, Sister was really nervous. She thought of all the times she hadn't exactly been good. The times she and Brother had gotten into a fight and shouted at each other. The time Mama's best lamp had gotten broken and they told a big lie. And the time they let their room get so messy that Mama had threatened to throw away all their toys. Oh, I wouldn't worry about those times, said Mama, giving Sister a little hug. Santa Bear doesn't expect cubs to be perfect, just good. Then she said, I hope you have your list ready because tomorrow is the day you're going to meet Santa Bear. Sister gulped. It's almost ready, she said. But what about your list for Santa? Yours and Papa's? Don't worry about that, sweetie, said Papa. Santa Bear isn't for grown-ups. He's just for cubs. Peace, whispered Brother. Presents from Mama and Papa is our job, silly. Come on, let's see how much you've got in your piggy bank. Sister had just enough, Brother had enough, and a little extra. That evening, Sister made a new list, and it looked a lot like Brother's. When they got to Santa Bear's little house in the mall the next day, there was a line. While Sister waited, she began to think about Santa and what a hard job he had. She wondered how he took care of all those cubs. She wondered where he got all those presents. She wondered. Then, before she could wonder another wonder, it was her turn and she was up on Santa Bear's big lap. Okay, so it's very nice to see you, he said in his deep, jolly voice. Now tell me, my dear, have you been good this year? Well, said Sister, taking a deep breath, I haven't been perfect, but I have been good. Then she told him what she wanted for Christmas and gave him her list. Santa gave Sister and every other cub a souvenir coloring book. The cover showed him and his 8 tiny reindeer flying through the starry night. Sister's mind was so filled with thoughts about Santa that she almost forgot about the special shopping she had to do. But brother remembered. They found just the right presents for Mama and Papa. Sister chose a fine new fur brush for Papa and a lovely new pin cushion for Mama. Brother bought Mama a box of her favorite breakfast tea, and for Papa a handy pocket calculator. Look, said Sister as they were leaving the mall, another Santa. She was right. Their ringing bear was a rather skinny Santa with a scruggly beard. Beside him was a big iron pot that said, "Help the needy." That's one of Santa's many helpers, explained Papa. His job is to collect money to help the needy. Birds who need seed, squirrels who didn't put enough aside for the winter. The bear family all put money in the pot, and Sister spent all hers and had to borrow some from Mama. Finally, the days and weeks of preparation and waiting were over, and it was Christmas Eve. It's funny because this is the Christmas Eve is the day that I'm reading this book. You know something, Papa, said Sister as she helped hang the last holy wreath. I've been thinking about Santa Bear and what a hard job he has. How can he visit every club in the world in just a single night? Where does he get all those gifts? And besides, how can reindeer fly? And how can the sleigh land if it doesn't snow? And how come Santa come down our skinny little chimney? Papa took a deep breath and then looked up at the starry sky. I guess the answer, my dear, is that Christmas is such a special time that very special, almost magical things can happen. And the most magical thing of all is Santa Bear. I'd say he has the best job in the whole world, because the joy of giving is what Christmas is all about. I suppose, said Sister, that Santa could just skip the chimney and come in the front door. I suppose, said Papa. Then, before she went in, she took one last look at the starry sky, but it was clouded over, and now, instead of stars, there were snowflakes. Thousands and thousands of small, silent snowflakes. Well, she thought, at least that'll help with the sleigh. When Sister woke up on Christmas morning, Bear Country was covered with a beautiful blanket of snow, and the floor beneath the bear's Christmas tree was covered with piles of beautiful presents. What fun! What excitement! What shouting! Then, when the excitement and shouting were over, the cubs watched Mama and Papa open their presents. What lovely, thoughtful gifts, said Mama. Just what I wanted, said Papa. It was a very special moment. Sister knew right then and there that Papa was right. Santa Bear did have the best job in the whole world, because the joy of giving was what Christmas was all about. The end. Well, you guys and girls, that is the end of that Christmas story right there. I really hope that you all enjoyed it and had a blast, because I had a really fun time reading that to you guys. And thank you for, if you're still listening, I appreciate you, and for you just, you know, just hanging in there with me. And and this is just, one of the nice things that I could do for, my loyal subscribers and just anyone who comes through on this channel. I appreciate all of you. I hope that you all get something really nice for Christmas, and even if it's just one thing, be grateful, because there's some people who may not get anything this year. And the best thing about Christmas is giving, and this giving love, and giving free time to hang out with somebody, checking on someone, spending that quality time with people, that you care for. To me, that's the best gift in the world, because there's some people who can't hang with their family and friends. But anyways, I love all of you guys. Stay tuned for more. I will be back in 2020 with some great content. It's gonna be really fun what I got planned for you guys. And so anyways, you all be safe, have a great Christmas, and I will catch you in the next video and in the comment section below if you ever want to talk there too. Anyways, this is Giorgio, your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, and I will catch you next time. Peace out.